Hey everybody, this is AllStarDoomsday1992 coming back for the daily vid. Today I'm going to talk about the evolution of gaming. I saw this video by Blows Himself Up Dude, in which he talks about how this generation hasn't really offered any new to gaming, or hasn't really evolved gaming in any way, with the exception of the Wii perfecting motion control. And, I'm not going to really talk about that or really disagree with anything said in that. It just got me thinking about something. It got me thinking about the future of gaming and what I think, the future of gaming really is or really will be. And, it made me think, Nintendo goes back to do motion control, which started out with, games like Duck Hunt, and the old arcade shooting games where you hold the gun, point and click at the screen. So, motion control has existed, and, the Wii just pretty much perfected it. And, it really had its own dab into motion control back when the first Nintendo came out. And, now it's taking that technology and just expanding upon it. And it's making me think of, how do you really evolve past something like that? Past the point to where you're almost physically in the game, to where you're actually, if you're playing as Spider-Man, you're actually throwing your wrist out there and hitting a button so it goes thwip, so you shoot the web. And it makes me think, what's more evolved beyond that? And, it got me to thinking back to a Virtual Boy and the idea of perfecting virtual reality. And I think that if you can perfect virtual reality, you can create the ultimate evolution in gaming, I mean, the Wii technology is a step towards that. And if you can find a way to perfect it and to really put it into somebody's mind, to really set it there, I think you can really perfect the idea behind it and really get beyond motion control and, have a person in virtual reality where it's not just motion control, it's them in that reality. It would take games like first-person shooters to a whole new level, games like Batman Arkham Asylum to a whole new level in which you are that character, where you can do these things. If you're Batman in Arkham Asylum and you play in this virtual world, you punch somebody, yet you don't feel the pain. And it's a good balance, it's almost something like the surrogates, to where you do this in your home, but it's, for you it's like experiencing a different reality. And, to do that with virtual reality and to do that with gaming and games like first-person shooters, it's going beyond that. Because it's you actually moving, it's you pointing and shooting. You're in this game, and it's going far beyond that. It's evolving everything, and that's what needs to happen with gaming. I mean, this generation we had the Wii, which evolved everything, and I think in a good 20 to 30 years, this final evolution in gaming, this, not only would it be like 3D gaming, but you would be the game, you would be in the game. It would be almost like Tron, where you are physically in the game, but with key differences, like you not being able to feel pain, but you could feel pleasure, feel certain things, but have it programmed where you can't feel other things. And so that when you kill somebody in the game, that you just kill them in the game, nothing happens to them, they respawn or something. And with games like Call of Duty, it would really evolve that kind of situation. It would really heighten everything up, and I think that it would be interesting to kind of evolve on that, to take the idea that you're in this virtual reality temporarily, and that you can go beyond this. You can be Batman in this reality, you can be Superman, you can be the Flash, Green Lantern, comic book characters, action heroes, like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, Steven Seagal in whatever movie he's doing. Just really put yourself in that situation to where you can be a part of that. And I think that, they could start off by doing something like a dome arena in which, there's certain things that, you wouldn't physically do. Like, you would stand there, but your mind would say trying to walk in place or anything like that. And then but you would actually throw punches. You would actually, like, say you were going to grab something from your utility belt. Say I was going to be Batman, I was going to grab a grapple gun. I would actually go to a certain point, and my mind would say grapple gun. I would grab it, and I'd use it, and I'd fire it off. And I think that would be very interesting to do. I think that would be very, very encompassing part of virtual reality. Whatever Batman says is what you say. If you say, "God damn it, Joker," in the game, your character would actually say, "God damn it, Joker." And I think if you enhance that virtual reality, that you would evolve gaming to the point to where you would maximize it, to where it would be done, to where you couldn't really do it or make everything look believable. And I think that's what needs to be done. I think that 30, 40 years, when I'm an old man and I have children or grandchildren, I think that that's some technology that should be available to them that they should enjoy. And I think that would be very fun and very good to see that happen with, grandchildren or, my children, just really give them this new environment to play games in. And the way I would start it is I would create arcades specifically for this, in which you would go in and you would play as Batman. And you would pay like $50, you would get to keep the game, you go in there and just play it. The only cost would be you buying the game. And, maybe a dime or so to get in, but, that way you would have money going to it. Or you could have Nintendo sponsor it, and have them give you, have you buy the games from them and go into their arcade little system things. And it would be, kind of like this cube digital room, like the Danger Room or the Holodeck, but not too big, nothing the size of a school. Just a small, room that gives you, like 12 feet across at all points. And I think that would be a very, very good place to start. Build arcades, kind of bring the arcades back. Get not only a nostalgia feel, but kind of futuristic feel to it. And by putting yourselves in the game, you'd have this room, you'd wear certain things to where it would help project you into this game. And you would be part of this game. And I think that if that technology were made available soon, I think that whatever company would go with it could probably create this powerhouse and, kind of eliminate the competition, destroy it completely. And I think that, if we do that, if that technology is made available, then why not? I mean, who does not want to make money? This idea could very well be the end of the console wars, or the end of any game war, outside of who's better, Mario or Sonic, Zelda or Sonic or anything like that. This could be the absolute evolution of gaming. I think that, if Nintendo is working on it right now, I would love to see it, and I would love to be able to experience that, especially at the age I am now, instead of being a 50-year-old man who's brittle and can barely throw a punch. But I think that people who would see it or people who would make it would pretty much find the absolute evolution of gaming. I think it would be fantastic to see.